be teaching you how to paint this cute Easter bunny using the GenCrafts Acrylic Paint Set. What you'll need are a wooden block, this can be any shape or size, a palette for your paints, paintbrushes, and the GenCrafts Acrylic Paint Set. First, take your wooden block and sketch the design. For this design, we will be drawing an Easter bunny on some Easter eggs on some grass. Start by drawing a circle for the head. Underneath that, I draw another circle for the torso and make little U shapes for the paws. Underneath the bunny's paws, I draw 2 eggs, one under each paw. Since most of the bunny will be behind the eggs, draw a half circle for the bottom. After determining where the bottom will be, I add 2 more eggs in front to add dimension. Then I add the ears, grass, and determine the placement for the clouds. Next, let's move on to the painting. Take your light blue and paint the entire sky. Don't worry about covering up the lines. The first layer isn't opaque enough to cover it all completely, and I also didn't worry about staying in the lines at this point because acrylics are very good at layering and covering up mistakes. Take your white acrylic paint and paint the entire thing white. This will give us a nice base coat so our colors are brighter. I forgot to do this for the sky, so my sky is a little bit darker than it could have been. Let the layer dry completely before adding the next layer. If you don't, the wet paint could move and take away the paint that's already been applied. As the paint becomes more opaque, try to stick to the lines. I repeated this step several times before moving on. After the blue sky has dried, I add in the clouds. Layer until the clouds are as transparent as you want. Now let's move on to the bunny, eggs, and the grass. Take your light green and add it all over the grass area, avoiding the eggs and the bunny. Because we added the white first, the green is as bright as it can be. Next, I colored the eggs. For the eggs, I chose violet, light blue, bubblegum, which is pink, and light yellow. I thought these were classic Easter egg colors, but feel free to make the eggs whatever color you want. In order to get a pastel purple, I mixed violet with white. Keep layering the paint until it is opaque enough. Remember to let each layer dry in between. Since my bunny is going to be white, I just made sure that it was opaque enough so you couldn't see the lines underneath. Later we will outline the entire thing, but I still wanted to make sure any unwanted lines were not visible. I also added in 2 small upside down teardrop shapes for the inside of the rabbit's ear in pink. After all the base colors have dried, I painted some fun patterns on the eggs. I used a darker version of each color, and feel free to paint whatever pattern you want on the eggs in whatever color you want. Lastly, we are going to be outlining the entire thing with the exception of the clouds. I'm using a brush pen to outline, but you can also use a fine liner. Outline the bunny, eggs, and the grass, and don't forget to give your bunny a face. And that's it! If you're painting your Easter bunny on a wooden coaster like mine, make sure to seal it before using it or giving it as a gift.